I can make you rich.
No, you can make you rich.
Yeah, I can make me rich.
But we'll read it anyway.
This is the only book we have right now. We're currently sitting in a parking lot by the beach, and it's about 3:30 a.m. Our car broke down today, and so we decided to drive around aimlessly for 3 hours. But we visited
Well, that's a really very positive video.
we drove around some rich areas, and it was very
And
nice.
we
So,
figured out that there
did
was
some
rich
dream
people out there.
building.
Manny's sleeping right now, so you shouldn't be hearing him.
No, I'm soaking in the information. I'm
Subconsciously.
soaking in the information that they're reading right now. Matt's reading a book, Get Rich, and I'm absorbing it.
Yeah.
It was wishful thinking to think Manny actually fell asleep. He was actually quiet for like 20 minutes. I've never seen Manny in a room or in the same vicinity as me and not talking.
All right,
So
let's give some value. Ready? Go.
One of the most important things I learned early on in my study of wealth is that you can't necessarily spot the richest of a person's life by the car they drive or the size of their bank account. That is why I will not be referring to rich people or poor people in this book. As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing. What there is a tremendous difference between people who can think rich and those who think poor. We're doing homework. Yes. Rich thinkers will be rich regardless of the current size of their bank balance. They will always be looking for possibilities and living life on their terms. If they are temporarily low on cash, they won't be for long, and they somehow always seem to find a way to do what they really want to do in their lives. Poor thinkers, on the other hand, may have big houses and wear fancy clothes, but their heads are filled with fears about the future and mistrust of those around them, because they don't know that they would be all right even if all their money disappeared. They are forced to continually try to protect what they have or grab more from others.
So we're basically rich because we know that we're making money.
Yes, we're basically rich because our mindset says we're rich,
Okay.
not poor.
So we're rich. Yay, so we done the work.
Yes, abundance mindset, people. Abundance. Riches are not in some far-off place, but they are waiting for you to find them inside your mind. Right where you are sitting now. And if you're going to go inside your mind to find them, it's useful to begin with a clear understanding of the territory you're about to explore. How your mind really works. I remember as a child going on a camping trip with my family. On the first night, the evening sky was dark and clouds obscured what little light the moon was shedding on things. Because I was unfamiliar with the area, I was frightened. Fortunately, I had a torch. At first, I only shone the torch in the direction of the next scary noise, and consequently I got no real sense of the territory that surrounded me. But after a time, I became curious as to what the landscape looked like. The next day, I spent time exploring the lie of the land with my parents. By the second night, even though I was still limited to a torch, I was no longer scared by what I could not yet see. I knew the territory well enough to know that as long as I took my time and paid attention to what I was doing, I would be safe. Now, let's put it into the context of making money. If you are not yet familiar with the world of money, it may seem strange and even a little bit frightening. You might be reluctant to try certain things because you're not quite sure where they will take you. But if you are willing to let me be your guide, I will introduce you to both the basics of money and your own internal torch, the amazing world of your mind. While I've explained some of this in my previous books, in order to succeed, it is absolutely essential to understand the real differences between your conscious and unconscious minds. There are only two primary ways we make sense of the world, consciously and unconsciously. Throughout this book, I will be referring to them as your conscious and unconscious mind. Your conscious mind is the mind that you actively and deliberately think with all day long. You probably experience it as a fairly continual internal voice that you think of as me. But while the conscious mind certainly has its uses, it is extremely limited in what it can accomplish on its own. Studies have shown that it can only hold a handful of ideas at any one time. That's why the majority of your life is run automatically by your other mind, your unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is your larger mind. It can process millions of messages of sensory information every single second and contains all of your wisdom, memories, and intelligence. It is a source of your creativity and perhaps, more importantly, for our purposes here, it stores and runs all the programs of automatic behavior that you use to live your life.
There is some reason I'm here in the life. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And I'm going to know what's my reason. So I want money to explore my reasons. I'm the thing right now.
That made so much sense.
It is?
She needs money so that she has the time freedom to explore her purpose.
Yeah.
See, that's powerful.
It is?
Yeah. Because you want to find your life purpose. And how can you do that if you're spending all your time at a job?